Okay, today we're going to talk about an introductory to the basics of geometry. These are very basic terms that you'll see in many different areas of geometry as well as in algebra. Okay, some of the words that we're going to talk about are point, line, ray, segment, plane, intersect or intersection, intersecting lines, parallel, and perpendicular. Okay, and you want to pay attention also to the vocabulary, the spelling. Make sure you understand what the definition is, and basically be able to draw a picture also. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is a point. Okay, a point is an exact location in space. Okay? Now, there's a point, here's a point, and there's a point. Now, if we say we want to look at a specific point, obviously we're going to have to give it a name because there are just those 3 points sitting out there, and there really is no way to tell them to distinguish which one is which. So we're going to give them names. This will be A, B, and C. So now when we say point A, you know exactly which point is being referred to. Okay, so that is a point, an exact location in space. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to talk about is a line. Okay, now a line is a straight path of all these points, all lined up, that goes on forever in either direction. So it's an infinite number. So let's just say we had points and we kept lining them up, and let's just say that that's a straight line. So now I'm going to draw this line, and that's a really hideous line. Let's try this again. We're going to draw a straight line much better. Okay, and we're going to put arrows on each end to let you know that it does go on forever in each direction. Now, then what we're going to do is we're going to put a point. Here's a point, point A, and here's a point, point B. Okay, now to refer to this line, we're going to say line AB. And the way that we refer to that is we put a little line above it. So we know that we're talking about a line. It goes on in both directions forever. Okay, now the next thing we're going to talk about is ray. Okay, now a ray is actually going to be, a ray is part of a line. Okay, so let's get our line set up again. And we're going to have our 2 points, A and B again. Okay, now a ray is a part of a line with one endpoint extending forever in one direction. Okay, so the order of the endpoints here matter. Now, if you recall on the line, you could refer to, now this line right here that we have, we can refer to that as line AB or BA. Doesn't matter because it goes on forever in either direction. With a ray, you have to specify the order, and the order of the specification tells which way the ray goes. So if we say ray AB, okay, and the way that we show that is this way. That's a ray. Ray AB, we're talking about from A to B going on forever in this direction. If we say ray BA, we are actually starting at B and going on forever in this direction. Okay, so there's very specific difference when you're using your where it starts. So the order of the endpoints is very important, and it matters. Okay, now the next thing we're going to talk about is a segment. Okay, and again, a segment is going to be part of a line. So again, let's draw our line AB. Okay, and the way that we specify segment AB is with a segment above the line AB, and that refers to just A and B. If we had another point here, C, we could have segment AC and segment CB. Okay, so again, it is a part of a line with two endpoints. And again, as with a line, the order of the endpoints, again, does not matter. Okay, next we're going to talk about a plane. Okay, and a plane is any flat surface that goes in all directions forever. Now, to give you a visual representation of what a plane looks like, let's say we have 3 points, A, B, and C, and they are all in the same plane. Okay, so we're going to draw a quadrilateral around it. Okay, and the way that you specify that this is a plane is to put arrows on each side, showing that it's going on infinitely in each direction. Okay? So, again, a plane is a flat surface, which is what we have. These three points are in our plane that goes in all directions forever. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, and it has to do with lines. Okay? And first we're going to talk about intersecting lines. Okay? And intersecting lines are lines that go through each other. And they intersect at this point. Okay? So, intersecting lines are two lines that go through the same point. So let's say this is, again, point A. So these two lines, so let's say we have, this is line BC, line DE. So we have line BC intersects with line DE at point A. Okay? And that's how you would refer to that. So that's intersecting lines. This point A is the point of intersection, which is where the two lines intersect. Okay. Next up is parallel. Okay. Parallel lines are lines that are the same distance apart and they never intersect. Okay. So everywhere, forever, this line goes on forever and this line goes on forever. And they're probably not exactly parallel because I may not have drawn them exactly straight. But let's just say, for our example, that these two lines are the same distance everywhere, forever, in each direction. So this is going to be line AB, and again, line CD. So, and now the way that we refer to this is line AB is parallel to line CD. So this is the symbol for parallel. This is telling us that these two lines are parallel. They will never cross, never intersect. So these would be things that would be parallel, lines that are parallel. Okay, now the last thing that I want to talk about, perpendicular lines. Okay, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect, so they cross, okay, and they intersect to form a 90-degree angle. Let's say those lines are straight, and they intersect at this point, and that's the little symbol for 90 degrees. Okay, so each one of these sides is 90. Each one of these angles is a 90-degree angle. So these are perpendicular. And that'll become important later on when we start to talk about right triangles and trying to determine the area of a triangle, because you always are drawing a line down to get your height of your triangle. Okay, and that we'll get into that later on when we start talking about areas of triangles. So, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect and form a 90-degree angle. And the way that you show this is, okay, again, let's say this is line AB and line CD. And the way that we show that is line AB is perpendicular to line CD. This is the symbol for perpendicular. Okay, so let's say you did have some kind of a word problem or a problem to do, and you saw this symbol and it said line AB is perpendicular to line CD, you would know how to draw that. And that's always key when you're trying to do a math problem, is being able to draw and visualize what you're being asked to do. Okay, that's it for this beginning introductory to geometry. Thank you. I hope you were able to understand